Hey guys, this is Wets, and today I am going to show you some of the best recipe that you need to have and also where you can get them. Pretty much all the vendors will sell you some type of recipes for whatever they do, but the best guy you need to check as often as possible to find some of the rare recipes, especially if you can find them out in the world. For instance, if you play the Crucible, there is a chance that you might get a recipe to drop. Some of them are very rare. Now, Greenwich, this guy will sell some of the rare recipes, and you should check him out as often as possible. Ideally, you want to create a few realms where you can just go check him out from time to time. Just make sure you level him up to at least level 2. That way you have a better chance to get some of the best items. Mainly recipes and rings are some of the best items that he sells, and you need to check him out as often as possible. That way you can get the best recipe. Now let's check this guy out for some of the recipes that you're going to need when you're creating your build or when you're going to fight bosses. This guy will sell you a lot of recipes. So if you want to buy his recipe, just check on buy tab, and then you can see all the recipes that he is selling. The recipes are going to cost you some silver, so you need to save to buy the best that you want. But some of them are going to be more expensive than others. So as long as you do some bounties and find out some of the best bounties that you can do that gives you more silvers or play the game, you will get a lot of silvers, and you can just go and check him out. He's selling some of the recipes that you can buy that gives you stats, like for instance stamina. So ideally you want to buy the level 3 one, but when you start the game, you're probably not going to have access to the level 3. Just buy what you can, and then once you can upgrade to the highest level, which is level 3 right now, then don't buy the level 3 one because it's going to give you more bang for your bucks. So that's this guy as far as consumable, like buying bombs, focus, stamina, and stuff like that. So that's Marcus. So you can unlock this guy. There's a lot of videos how to unlock him. Just check them out and you should be able to get this done. Now you can also check out Gordon. Gordon is the guy that sells the food recipes. So if you check him out, you can see that he's got a lot of recipes that you can buy for food buffs. Again, you're going to be looking out for the one that are level 3 because those are giving you more bangs for your buck. And as you can see, some of them, let me show you real quick. If I go to craft someone, some of them you have to be on the highest stove. You can't just go to a fire pit to actually craft them. You need to come to the fire stove. You can either have one in your room or you can just come to this guy right here. It's the best thing is to come here because he's also sell the ingredients. You can buy them. Like for instance, this one right here gives you 100 health, 50 focus. That's a level 2. But if you look at this one right here, that gives you 100 health and it gives you 10% damage dealt. So these are some of the better one because before you go fight a boss, if you just pop this on, then you're going to have this for 600 seconds. That's 10 minutes. For 10 minutes, you're going to have these buffs. And then there's a lot of them that are like that. And if you buy this one, the ones that say 600 seconds, so you have the buff for 10 minutes. So that's a long time for you to fight a boss or to do whatever you want. So that's the reason why those are going to be some of the best things. Now, the reason why I suggest when it comes to the food recipes, you come to this guy, to the stove, especially if you don't have the ingredients, is because he's selling the ingredients. So it's a lot of time you don't have enough ingredients. So if you can come here, just buy them for some coppers or whatever. Some of them might be more expensive than others, but you can come here and buy them. You will notice that there's a timer on the buff, so that means sometimes you have to wait before you can actually pop the buff. But the one thing also, if you are full of health and you want to use the buff, just damage yourself. Like for instance, I'm come here, I'm going to burn myself with fire. That way I have a fire burning me, and then now I can have the opportunity to actually use the buff. Like for instance, if I want to use this buff on my bar right now, and I can use it. But if my bar is full of health, then I would not be able to get that benefit. So ideally, you want to make sure that you're missing some health and then use the buff. That way you can get the benefit of not only health, but also the second buff you get. Like for instance, the vegetable cake, you'll get 10% damage dealt. And you can get both while you're increasing your health and also increasing your damage dealt. So those are some of the best recipes that you can get. Again, just make sure you check the vendors, and some of the best vendors are gonna be Greenwich and also Gordon. Those are the guys gonna give you some of the stats buff and also some of the damage buff. Now, if you want to check which recipes that you already have unlocked, just move over to where it says non-skulls, and then you can just click on that and you can see all the recipes that you already unlocked. So weapons, armor, food, quick items, decoration, and some others. So these are the recipes that you can see that you already unlocked. And as you can see, there's a lot of slots. Who knows, there's gonna be a lot more when the game fully released. Anyway, hopefully this helps you out. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.